All right, welcome to the Queensberry Lowdown, brought to you by Unibet. I'm Dev Sahni, and joining me today is a teenager who bashes up grown men. It is, of course, Dennis McCann. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm all good, Dev. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Did you appreciate the intro? Because that is essentially what you are. You're still 19 years old, and you're just bashing up sort of grown men all the time.
I'm gonna do it, Dev. And if I don't do it, mate, someone else will, won't they?
How's life?
Yeah, all good, Dev. Just working really hard, to be honest. A bit disappointing, obviously, my last fight, but with not fighting and stuff, and going for a big camp. But I'm ready to rock and roll again. I should have a fight date very soon, and it's gonna be a very big one. So I'm ready to be up another grown man.
Well, that's it. I mean, last time you were meant to be fighting Pedro Matos, and then he didn't want to come over, and you referred to him as a Portuguese chicken because he didn't come over. Tell me what you went through with all of that.
Oh, I was winding them up, when I. And I mean, I like those as well. So hopefully I should get the rematch. Like, should be back on again in my next fight. There's rumors, so could have him over in England, but I'm not too sure yet. But I gladly beat him up. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
I think you'd gladly beat anyone up. You're always. I mean, I remember one of my first interviews with you. And we were talking about Naoya Inoue. I think he had a fight coming up, and you was like, yeah, all right, you can give your prediction, but then you couldn't help yourself. You're like, yeah, but a couple of years time, Dev. A couple of years time. I was like, oh,
A
this
couple of
kid's
years time,
18
I'll
years
be.
old.
If he's still about a couple of years time, I'll be there. Trust me.
Well, why not? Why not? Look, you are becoming a bit of an attraction now, Dennis. I mean, I've seen your Instagram following go. I think you're on about 60,000 followers at the moment. You've got
Yeah,
yourself all blue ticked up. How are you
yeah.
how are you keeping yourself grounded with all of this rising popularity?
I'm nowhere yet, Devon. It's no good having followers on Instagram, is it? That doesn't win me fights. That doesn't win me world titles. So that doesn't really mean nothing to me. If I had 1,000 to 60,000, it doesn't mean nothing to me. It's just when I have them belts around my waist, and obviously, of course, I'll always be great. That's the way I am. I'm a very humble person, so humble of victory. That's the way it is, isn't it?
Do you find that you are getting recognised more and more though? Like, do you go out and people are like, it's Dennis McCann?
Yeah, all the time, all the time. I got quite a big fan base as well. I got a lot of like wherever I go. I could be in bloody Birmingham to wherever I go. Someone always recognises me, which is nice. You know what I mean? So I'm obviously doing something right now. Nothing nice than interacting with your fans and taking pictures, is there?
And you do that. You every time someone asks you for a picture,
Yeah, of
you're.
course I will. Of course I will. Yeah, of course I will. Of course I will. I'll always be like that as well.
Have you been in that position before where you're the fan and you're approaching fighters and you're getting the picture?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good feeling enough to get a picture with someone you look up to.
One thing you said at a recent press conference, I think you were being asked about how you're spending your money, and you're 19 years old, and I've seen plenty of young fighters, come and go, and you see it throughout the history of boxing, and before long you see gold chains, you see these big shiny watches, you see bling, you see like Rolexes with the chain outside of the Rolex, you see big logos and all sorts of things like that. I'm just seeing a white t-shirt which says champs on it. You don't seem to be dripping in bling or nothing.
No, well, I bought a watch a couple of weeks ago, but I only bought that because I made £3 grand profit on it. So I bought that and sold it straight away. You know what I mean?
Ah.
So that wasn't too bad. As long as I'm not really about all the blingy blingy, to be honest. I'd rather invest my money and for the future in it.
So you've been investing in watches, properties as well?
Yeah, yeah. That's that. I was buying something a couple of months ago, but we just don't know what's going on with the properties at the moment, do we? So we got to be careful, don't we? We got to be careful,
Got to be careful. Who's
especially you,
te-
Devil. With all your money, mate, as well, mate. You got to be very, very careful, don't we? All
We
the
got to
properties
be.
you buy.
But mate, look, who's telling you to do this? Like, you're 19 years old. I mean, if I remember being 19 and just basically just wanting to buy whatever I wanted, kind of thing. Who's telling you no? Don't just go and buy a fast car or buy this and buy that. Who's telling you invest your money wisely?
To be honest with you, Deb, me personally, it's just like it's just me really. To be honest, but obviously I'll say stuff as well. It don't interest me fast cars and the bling bling. To be honest, I do like nice clubbers sometimes. Like I wouldn't really. I see some of the kids in my gym. They're probably the fight person. They probably only be about 6 grand. They spend about 4 grand on one outfit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no, but my trainer Al, my dad, of course, as well, is a very big part. My boxing career, he manages my money quite a lot as well. But he doesn't need to. You know what I mean? He doesn't need to.
Tell me about your knockout win over Brett Fido. That's the last time that we've seen you out, and you did it in one punch. It came in the second round. Talk me through it, and how many times have you watched it back?
Oh, I've watched it back a good few times. I watch all my fights quite a lot, to be honest with you. And I've realised that I've come on an awful lot, like with patience and picking my shots a lot better. You know what I mean? Especially that last fight. But Brett, I knew Brett he's no pushover, and he's beat a few good kids. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And they Jordan Brett Foster all in there, so I knew there was no walk in the park. So what I was doing was in the first round, if I wanted to, I could have been aggressive, but I was opening him up, to be honest. I was reading his rhythm and seeing what he was doing. He was doing the same thing over and over again. It was waiting and he was waiting. And he was trying to time. I know it. He was focused on come forward, and he's gonna try and catch me as I come in. You know what I mean? So I was timing his rhythm. I was timing him, and in the changing room, I was practicing a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Eddie Lamb in the changing rooms, Alan Smith was practicing that shot. I knew, to be honest, I'd land that shot, but I didn't want to rush forward and throw it. I wanted to let him engage and throw at the same time. So where you wouldn't see it, you know what I mean? They're the ones you don't see. They're the ones that knock you over, don't they?
They are, but he's super durable, Brett Fido. He's not known for going down. I think you're one of maybe two who have actually
Yeah,
stopped him. So it must be a good feeling.
of course it is definitely. When you get up, he couldn't. Poor fella couldn't talk. His wind was right out of him. But he's a nice guy, really nice guy. He texted me afterwards. He's a proper family man, isn't he? So he's a really nice guy.
What did he text you?
He's just saying like he said that he believes that I could beat every single bantamweight out there. He's fought all of them. He said he's he's fought a lot of very good big names on his resume. That was it, like Edwin Brad Foster, Lee McGregor, Jay Harris,
Mm-hmm.
which ain't my weight, but just saying like he's fought some big names. So when he reckons that I'd beat all of them with ease, he said.
Well, hearing reviews like that from someone who has been in with everyone, where do you place yourself within the British bantamweight picture at the moment?
To be honest, I think I'm the top dog now. If I really wanted to, push it, I could be the top dog now. But I don't. I want to take my time because I'm not just looking for the British title. You know what I mean? I don't want to just get there and fail. I want to go all the way. So I think I'm definitely the top three. I reckon.
Yeah, who's the top three?
I think McGregor's one. Farouk. I think that goes me.
And then it goes
But
you,
I'm not.
B.
I'm the top dog number one anyway. But I'm saying rankings wise,
Yeah.
I think I should be like ranked. I think I've got no title. You know what I mean? Top three. But I think definitely. I think I'll take them all. To be honest.
I
Also, all in good
think
timing. All in good timing.
I think you think you'll take them all as well. I don't. You know, you get some fighters being like, yeah, I'd knock him out, definitely. Like when you're saying it, I believe that's what you really think. Is this you've got this
It's what
confidence?
I really know, Dev. What I really know, mate. I know my ability, and I've sparred world champions. And literally have nothing basically given me. I've sparred lightweights, welterweights, bashed them up in sparring. Uh, Most of the guys in the gym hate sparring me, even the big ones. You know what I mean? So I know what I'm capable of. I ain't showing half what I can do. Literally, I haven't even shown half what I can do. When I got someone good coming at me, you'll see me showcase my skills, big time.
You must be itching for someone to really present a challenge to you. Then you must be itching for that step up in competition.
Of course I am. I can't wait, to be honest. Cannot wait to get someone with a nice bit of boxing ability and thinks he can win. So he can open up and I'll expose him 100%.
What about Prince Patel? What's going on with him? You've had a bit of back and forth over Twitter. You called him out. I think he was saying stuff about not needing to fight you. He had a fight the other night, which was, it looked like he'd lost, and then it turned out it was a draw. There's all sorts of like madness going out. Yeah, I think he's fighting in Tanzania at the moment. I think he's got some WBO Africa thing going on. I haven't seen any clips from it or anything. There was a journalist that came out and said that the opponent had informed him that he'd just beaten Prince Patel, and then nothing official came out, and then that opponent apparently got an email the next day saying, no, actually it's a draw. So I don't know what craziness is going on over there, but personally I'd like to see him back in the UK in against Dennis McCann, wouldn't you?
But Dev, I'd love to fight him now, mate. To be honest with you, right now, this second, I'd love to fight him, but he just won't leave. He won't leave Africa, will he? He won't leave Tanzania. Whatever it's called. He won't leave it, will he? He won't come back over to England and have a proper domestic dust-up, will he? Probably embarrassed that to get beat by a 19-year-old, and when they get beat by a 19-year-old, that it don't look too good for him, does it? You know what I mean?
It doesn't look great. Look, I saw something on your Twitter the other day. You said something like, people want to see you do good, but not better than them. So is that something that you're finding in your life, or is that just a cool quote that you put on your social media? Oh, what does that mean to you?
It's definitely life, and no one ever wants to see you. 95% of people never want to see you better than them, do they? They always want to see you like they want to do the same as you, but like they never want to see you doing better than them. They never ever want to see it.
What experience have you had of that?
Just all, you know what I mean, old friends. It's just a lot of people, and that's way like it's just life, and that's people for you.
So you're finding that as you're rising up through the ranks, as you're gaining popularity, kind of thing, people are people that you grew up with or you came up with, they're not happy to see you do well.
No, that's exactly that. Exactly that. Strange, isn't it? Strange world.
It's a strange world. It's strange how these things happen. So I'd imagine the circle that you've got around you now is different to the circle that you had like a few years ago.
Of course it is, yeah. But I've got a very small circle, a handful of friends and a handful of family. So it's nice. It's good to be around good people because they push you on. You know what I mean? They push you further.
Tell me about the there was Mental Health Awareness Week a little while ago, and you put up a punch bag challenge on your social media, and you talked about, it's okay not to be okay, and reach out to me if you want any help or anyone to chat to. Is that important to you?
Of course it is, yeah, because we've all got depression, like all of us. We've all been there. You know what I mean? It's a very horrible place. It's a very bad place when you're in a dark place. You know what I mean? So and 95% of people don't speak out. So look, imagine how many lives we could save by speaking out and helping people. You know what I mean? So you can just literally, by saying one word to someone, could literally change the decision and make them feel a lot happier that day. A lot of people still text me now, and I'll try and help them as much as I can. You know what I mean? I'll try and give them a positive chat, and tell them they're not the only ones, because we ain't the only ones. And it's a very bad place to be. It's a very bad place to be.
Is it a place that you've been?
I haven't. Obviously, we all get depressed. I mean, it's life, and everyone gets there. You know what I mean? So, but it's just nice to help people, isn't it? It's nice to help people. That's it. Very nice to help people.
So you've had a few people reach out to you, and you're helping.
Yeah, quite a lot. Maybe 20, 30 people, and they text me all the time. To be honest, and I reply all the time because it ain't costing me nothing to be nice, is it? You know what I mean? It's not costing. It ain't money out of my pocket to be nice.
Yeah, and it looks like we are approaching a second national lockdown as well. So maybe you're going to start getting a few more text messages. It's going to be a difficult time.
Yeah, of course, but I'm happy to help everyone. I'm happy to reply when I can. I don't think it's affecting boxing. So as long as I can keep them entertained on the TV with a few knockouts and that should help them out as well.
That's just it. It looks like boxing will be safe. Elite sports are going to be allowed to continue, as far as I understand it. So we should be okay. Fingers crossed. And yeah, you can get on TV and knock a few people out, and hopefully help people.
Put a smile on their face, isn't it?
Exactly that. Dennis, sometimes I see on your Instagram stories and that you're watching old fights.
They're a lot tougher back in the day as well, weren't they? So like they can take the only good chin for some reason. So when someone gets tapped these days, they go into the chicken dance and they can't rock it out. You know what I mean? It must be what they're eating years ago. I don't know what they're eating years ago. Must have been eating hay or something like the horses. But no, I enjoy the old classics, and I think you learn a lot more from them. Really,
some homework for you.
Yeah, definitely something to. I like working on shots that I'll wind it back maybe 20 times just to, you know what I mean, to see how he done it.
Who are you currently rewinding back 20 times to see a shot? Any boxer in particular?
Edwin Valero, where he slips in that backhand hook,
Yeah.
that fast backhand hook. I like that one. Pardon Whittaker, his movement's just unreal, isn't it?
Edwin Valero, it feels like we never got to see the best of him. Really, he was there. He retired. He died undefeated. Is what you can say there. But what did you like about him?
I loved that the killer instinct he had, and I liked the way he wanted to hurt people because I like doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So you can tell in his eyes that he wasn't there to play about. I like the way he can punch in both hands because I believe I can punch in both hands and I've stopped people with both hands. So I really, really like his killer instinct mostly.
You watch all the boxing, old and new. What did you think of Usyk versus Chisora? Did you catch that?
Yeah, I watched it last night. I thought Usyk boxed a really, really good fight because that's me saying it as I'm a boxer, like a boxing ability fan. But I thought he boxed well, to be honest. I don't think there's not really much more. What could he do more? You know what I mean? Nothing he could do more. Chisora's hard as nails. Boxing ability was just unreal. I think he lacks the power, but if you can't hurt what you can't see, can you? So.
Well, that's that seems to be the thing at the moment. Is people say maybe he won't be able to do that well against the bigger heavyweights, against the giants, against the Furies, the Joshuas, and people like that. I'll put this scenario to you because he's the mandatory for the WBO World Heavyweight title. Anthony Joshua may give up that title, in which case Usyk would probably end up fighting the winner of Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce for that vacant title. How would you see a fight between Usyk and Dubois/Joyce going?
I think Usyk will beat Joyce. I think he's too, as he's beaten before, but that's the amateurs, it's different. But I think he's too, I think his boxing ability would be too much. I think Dubois would be too big and strong for him. But then I think that if Joyce and Dubois fight, I think I'm favouring Dubois, to be honest. But I think if it goes past 8 rounds, maybe it goes past 6, 7 rounds, I think Dubois is going to be in a bit of a dogfight, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask you next. Actually, your Dubois-Joyce prediction. So your prediction for that fight sounds like almost everyone else's prediction, which is Dubois early or Joyce late. Is that right?
Yep, that's my predictions.
So where has this come from? This idea that Dubois can't do it late? Is it because if he gets to the late rounds, that means that Joe Joyce is still there and he's still on top of him, kind of thing?
I just think that Joe Joyce is probably the fittest heavyweight I've ever seen, apart from Usyk that I seen last night, because that was high pace fight.
Yeah.
But I think Joyce, his pace is just incredible, and I think the ball's got good pace as well. But I just think carries a lot of muscle. And listen, he'd prove us all wrong. Maybe I don't know, but I don't know if he can do that for so many rounds. You know what I mean? That's how many rounds? 10 rounds, 12 rounds. So
yeah, it'll be 12.
I think it's going to be it'd be very, very tricky at the fight at that Joe Joyce pace for 12 rounds.
We shall see. That one's on November 28th. Looking forward to it. So I guess we're waiting on fight news for you. Hopefully we'll see you soon, Dennis, huh?
Yep, it will be very soon. And a very big undercard as well, so I can't wait. Nice little step up an opponent. I just can't wait to be honest. Showcase my skills. Showcase them skills, mate, on the big TV.
Before I let you go, Inoue, he fought again last night. It was another knockout over Jason Maloney this time. What did you think?
But superb. He's sharp. I think he's more sharp and fast than Power, because Power speed is Power. You know what I mean? So he's so fast and sharp. He knocks people out. He's very, very. I think he's top class, to be honest. Jason Maloney, I don't rate him personally. I don't think he's a good fighter. But at the moment, I think Inoue is definitely the top dog in the world bantamweight division, like in the world scene. I think Casemiro, I can't wait. I don't know how that's going to come out. I think Inoue might be a bit too fresh for him, but it just wouldn't surprise me with Casemiro. He wouldn't surprise you, would he?
Yeah, well, I think Casemiro surprised a lot of people. Certainly over here in the UK,
Okay,
surprised a lot of people. Yeah, when he bashed up Tete.
Didn't think he'd beat Tete, to be honest. Thought Tete was too big and strong, but it's just a boxing game for you. Just them 8-ounce gloves. Takes one shot and it's all over. Isn't it?
Exactly that, mate. All right. Well, any final message that you wanna give out to the public, the viewers, ahead of your return? Hopefully, we'll see you soon.
Tune in my Instagram on my stories and have a look for fight news. It's gonna be some big news. I can't say when to tune in on TV, but you'll know soon enough.
Cheers, Dennis.
Over and out.